Good afternoon, everyone. Today, my project I decided to talk about connecting to class is generational shifts in social media. I just believe as a whole, social media has been widely used by younger generations for different purposes, whether it might be employment or just enjoyment. But also, we should look at the general idea of the older generations using social media too. Um, just some comparisons that I've found and just found interesting were a lot of our older generations, for example, would be considered like the silent generation or the baby boomers. Um, they don't really understand medium platforms like Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. They have accepted more traditional platforms, though, like email and Facebook. They don't really understand the idea of sharing typically personal information with online sites. Like, we feel as a younger generation okay with posting our personal information online, like pictures, what we're doing, where we're eating, and to them that just seems odd. Also, another thing that kind of seems to point out is as the ages get higher, typically the understanding and the thought behind social media goes down. So for your people that might be, more baby boomers and stuff, have it started to use sites like Facebook and some use Instagram and stuff. But once you get older into your silent generation, like the people in their 90s and stuff, they don't understand the idea of even quite an email compared to then also Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and other online social media sources. Um, Basically, a great way to look at it, compared to some people online that were talking about it, is that older generations don't understand what a wall is beyond what you hang your paintings on. Like personally for me, I have older generational family members that are in their 90s that understand some of what's going on. Like they understand technology for their TVs or stuff, but they don't understand online presence. Then comparing though to like younger generationals like millennials or Generation Z, we have immersed ourselves in technology and social media. We practically live on there in a lot of ways. We see social media as a way to connect and communicate with friends and professionals. We've also been able to use social media as a professional platform too, like professional Twitters that we learned about in class and LinkedIn. We have, though, slowed down the use of older social media sites, places like Facebook, and we've more changed to the platforms, it seems like Instagram and Twitter. Overall, we've been able to adapt to this online culture way better than older generations. It's one thing I ask that maybe we look at though when comparing these shifts is what we could do to better help the older generation change and better adapt to these things. Maybe we can help them set up sites like Facebook or Instagram. We could help them manage their emails better. We could post more pictures on the traditional sites like Facebook. We could pick up a phone and maybe call elderly family members more often to make sure they're more included in our lives. I just think a great way to look at it is that these people, our older men and women worked for us during their prime years and fought in wars and helped preserve our freedoms. So the least we can do is help them better stick with today's different online presences.